We know, no. The fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Rediscover your lore. House of China. You can set up an appointment with Camilla Collins, your very own image consultant. From street to chic and regular to radiant, House of China is for you. To follow House of China, it's Camilla_China Doll on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. And on Facebook, it's HOC Image Consulting. It's by appointment only, so text in at 910-986-8153. Or you can email her at houseofchinadoll@gmail.com. House of China, revitalizing your life.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his...
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do. Tell the world I see with an emoji to stop the bullies.
Know someone who's being bullied online? Send the witness emoji. It looks like an eye in a speech bubble, and it's in the symbol section near the clocks in your phone. You'll let the world know it isn't cool, and you'll let your friend know you care. Learn more about the witness emoji at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Good afternoon, my beautiful people. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Y'all know what time it is. It's that time that we have every Wednesday from 5 to 7. It's the time y'all get to hear my beautiful voice. Alright, well, really not my voice all the time. But welcome to Reclaim Yourself. I am Sekou. My beautiful host, Roze, will be here shortly. Just saying how everybody's doing today. It's going to be a beautiful day today. It's going to be a crazy day today. And I say this because of who we have in the audience. I mean, in the audience, in the studio today. Real cool cat, down to earth, really level-headed, but he know what he know. So that's why we invited him today. And that's also, a cool cat that knows right from wrong, good from bad, sense from nonsense. So, welcome, Mr. DJ Droopy. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, sir. How you doing?
Doing well. Today's topic is, like I said, the whole week, or the whole day. New school versus old school. But before I even touch that topic, here on Reclaim Yourself, what we like to do is a recap of what happened last week. And as funny as I say this, last week was about, having a mission and knowing your purpose and your vision, which also fell into what we talking about today, which is the new school versus old school, mumble rap, trap, lyrical content, all that stuff. And what we came to last week was basically sitting there saying that some people don't know their mission. Some people don't have a purpose, but it's always good to learn your mission, to learn your purpose. And if you don't know, we all have talents, we all have aspirations, we all have dreams. So follow your dreams, follow your talent, and that could be your mission. As crazy it may sound, your mission might not even be what your talent and dream is. Because I ain't gonna front. My mission and my dream was not radio. But, the universe pulled me here, so now that's part of my mission, is this radio thing and letting y'all know the do's, the don'ts, the rights, the wrongs, the crazy and the uncrazies. So, when we did that last week, speaking on your purpose and your mission, a lot of people was commenting on it. Shout out to Rapper AM. for doing his comments on that last week. Shout out to everybody that tuned in and commented on that, you know, because we have to know our mission and our vision. And like I say again, if you don't know, take time off of yourself to find out what it is. See what you like. Try to please you. While I'm sitting here with Mr. DJ Droopy, you growing up, you know, from a young lad up to a grown man now, was your mission and your vision being a DJ?
Nope.
See what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Nope. And people don't think this. People probably thought like you all you thought about was being a DJ. So what was your vision before you fell into DJing?
Well, I honestly didn't have a specific vision.
Okay.
I just wanted to be successful. My mission at the time was just to make my parents proud of me, and so whatever that took, that's what I wanted to do. I always felt that it would be something creative, but I wasn't sure.
Got you.
Every time I tried to pursue creative things, they didn't necessarily go the way I wanted them to. So then I would always have to fall back on that 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't until certain people were placed in my space that helped me to see or tap into learning what mission is and what purpose is and things of that nature. And then I started experimenting with other things. DJing was the last thing I got into.
Oh wow.
I had pursued a small singing career for a minute.
You sung?
Hey, look. We just gonna talk about it.
Okay, yeah, keep it going.
I'm answering your question. Okay,
keep going. Yeah, you right.
So,
I'm sorry, y'all. That's too fully.
Right.
Man, my bad. Bong. Yes, thank you.
All kinds of distracted. So I pursued that for a hot second, and then I met one of my closest friends. She's like a sister to me now. And introduced me to the fashion world. So I modeled for about a decade.
Okay.
And that's when I started feeling that draw towards music, because I became the musical director of the agency.
Okay.
And was like formatting the music for the fashion shows. And that's when I started finding that love for it. And that was one of the things that helped me transition from those type of things into DJing. So DJing was the last thing I thought about as far as mission and purpose. But
that is funny. And just think, all the times that I've known you, I always thought that you came with the boom, skibits.
Nah, nothing like that, bro.
Wow, that is so like funny. Yeah. But I do like what you said, and which is crazy but it's not crazy per se, but you know, it's crazy because I think only our generation thinks like that. Like, I don't care what I do. The key thing is make my parents proud. You know, I can be a trash man as long as my parents is proud. Call me Rock. I'm the trash man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And this generation now that I'm seeing, and I could be wrong because I do know a few younger individuals who think like we do think. You know, I just want to make my parents proud. I want to make my family proud. I'm not trying to go down the wrong path, but we do have the masses that just don't think like that no more. And what behooves me is, before we get to our topic, because that's going to pull us into the topic, but what behooves me is how, more or less, because since if we was a generation that came up on morals and the key thing is pleasing our family, how did it change now where the ones that do have kids, what happened somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get the question out, but
well, I mean, even though people are still having children, what happened was the family structure was altered.
Okay.
And so you went from having a mom and a dad in the house to just having a mom and trying to figure out who the dad is.
Got you. Okay.
You know, and sometimes you knew. Sometimes it was just a thing where in order for the mom to get assistance, the dad couldn't be in the house.
Right.
So times got hard, you know, and sometimes they teamed up, they conspired. The dad was like, look, okay, I'm gonna go live up the street. I'm gonna go over my cousin's house. You go ahead and get what you need so that the kids can be taken care of. So sometimes it was voluntary, sometimes it was involuntary. But when the family structure became altered, you changed the whole dynamics and then you changed the components. So of course the mentality is going to change behind that.
Wow.
That's just my opinion, though.
But you know what? That opinion is deep and it makes sense. DJ Droopy, Rose Garden, DJ Droopy.
It's a pleasure.
Now this show is beginning. Rose, when you get a chance, Pooh. Our beautiful engineer Nicole was asking you to pull down your microphone.
I'm just an observer right now.
That's I can dig it. Observe, girl. Okay. Oh, you got the tint on the glasses. Oh, go ahead, Brown. Oh man.
I'm nervous now. I'm being observed.
like me in a fish tank. Right. Specimen A. But I do like that where there was that. How we was brought up with that, and I do agree with you just by looking at everything now and really thinking about it. It's really crazy how the structure has changed, and for that structure to change, it really broke down the home where there was that the thought process has changed.
I'm taking it a couple of steps deeper, right? My family's from the West Indies, so the whole hierarchy of men in the house due to slavery really didn't exist. Okay, so for example, in China you have something called the 2-4-1 home. Okay. So that is 4 grandparents, 2 parents, and 1 grandchild. Wow. Because they had rules around not being able to
we
have
put
more than
one child. Yeah. Wow.
So in the West Indies you have 1-1 multiple. 1 grandmother, 1 mother, and multiple children.
Wow, but because the father was in slavery.
Right.
Okay.
Either that or when slavery was abolished, the ability to find work. So you found a lot of men went to the Panama Canal. They went to other places in order to bring back the money. So you always had this idea of the single mother raising the children with the support of the grandmother.
Wow.
Right? So when you have generations of single mothers raising children, I remember when I ended up being a single mom. I was like, okay, this shit just got real. I'm a single mother who was raised by a single mother who was raised by a single mother. Wow. And now I have a boy. Wow. I don't even know what to tell him. How a man behaves.
Right.
What masculinity looks like. Right. And up to last night I was talking to a good friend of mine and he said to me, he said, sometimes you single mothers are hard on boys. Because the only thing that was there to go off of is that, boys are supposed to be tough. Meantime, boys are actually more sensitive than girls. If you watch 2 children playing, a little boy and a little girl, the little boys are always more sensitive.
Yeah.
And there's that balance that's required, the yin and yang balance, male and female energy, in order to nurture those children, that they are properly balanced in the world.
Mm-hmm. That is crazy because I have seen that. I see it now with my nephew. What is it? He's about 7 now, 8, and versus him and his sister, which is like 11. But nevertheless, the whole boy and girl thing. Little boys are more sensitive than girls, but I think that they are sensitive is because of, which is not a bad thing, of the nurturing of the mother.
Yes, and that's very true. But that nurturing of a mother to be gentle and soft and sweet only comes in when she understands or has a role, right? Mm-hmm. When mom becomes she-woman, mom, provider, and father, and she don't really have no concept of what dad is supposed to be like, then suddenly she becomes even harder on that boy.
That is true, because...
Boy, what you crying for?
Yeah.
Stop that! And they're just hard on the boys, and they really and truly emotionally can't manage it. So you get a whole different dynamics of the young boys these days, because really and truly, they never got the nurturing that they needed to develop that side of them, to trust themselves out in the world.
Makes sense, because I've seen, I work for the school system, and even outside of working for the school system, I catch public transportation. Yeah. So I sees it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. I can stand outside of my job and just look up and down the street and see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I have came across a few mothers. Granted, they was young, and when I say young, I'm gonna go with the age of under 25. And the first thing I hear them say is, "Stop being an ussy.
Yeah.
You ain't no punk. Man up. How you going man up? You don't know what a man is to man up."
And neither does she.
Right. Right. So,
and neither does she.
How do you man up? I don't get it. So, and I see this, you know, and to the point that you also the mothers that be like, "You so damn dumb. It's like your father." Okay, so what, your father dumb now? So it made me think.
Was he dumb when you were sleeping with him?
That's what I was about to say. He wasn't dumb when he was like, "Hey, boo, what's up?"
There's no IQ test.
No.
You're not handing out papers.
Right, exactly. And that really trips me out on you get with an individual. You had this talk. You give an individual. All of a sudden, this, "Oh, you so gorgeous," "Oh, you so this, that, and other," woo. It's wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Is now, "I'm Kelly. I hate you so much right now." So you so stupid and ignorant, and now I'ma bash you in front of the child. And then, but in the sense of that same time me bashing you for being a man or whatever, this child over here not knowing how to grow up to be a man.
Child is traumatized.
Child don't know if he coming or going.
Child is lost.
Child is
right,
lost. And that is a lot of what we see in our community.
Yes, and that's why I'm so thankful for this show. That each week we reach somebody that make a change in this. So this is why I'm here. This is why Roze is here. This is why we have people like DJ Droopy, you know, to make us think outside that box. Our key thing here at Reclaim Itself is the village mentality. So when we come back from this commercial break, we're gonna talk about more about what we talk about now of the whole mentality, and also turn around and still discuss our topic, which is old school versus new school and how it affects the community. So we'll see when we come back. Talk to you soon.
Holla, sharing is caring, everybody.
Reclaim Itself.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, "Bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem." Ooh. Oprah said, "What is the problem?" Ooh. "You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem." So Oprah is standing her ground like, "Bitch, I'm in charge." Yeah, you know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism of a Perry show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn, because I'm going to make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on Have and Have Nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants.
It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to pick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have Nots, and I continue to watch it in this 5th season, but I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
They just want to get the point across.
It's not but you don't get the point for 4 episodes. It's too much. So, now according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah. Here's what he says. It's completely false.
What was that? That was your Tyler Perry impression? Oh God! What?
That was my Medea voice.
Oh. Okay.
Nothing is accurate in this article except for mine and Oprah's names. That's what he said. I mean, you see what I mean? You gotta stick around. I mean, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I mean, they pay us to do this, so we go off every week right here on BigSpokeRadio.com.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do. Tell the world I see with an emoji to stop the bullies.
Know someone who's being bullied online? Send the witness emoji. It looks like an eye in a speech bubble, and it's in the symbol section near the clocks in your phone. You'll let the world know it isn't cool, and you'll let your friend know you care. Learn more about the witness emoji at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, y'all. We are here. We claim itself. We did a seat change, if you don't realize it. Now me in the right seats. You know. We got
I refused.
I'm not getting up out of my seat.
He protested, right?
Is he right?
What you not gonna do, and I'm the guest, is make me get up and play musical chairs up in here.
Is change my seat.
Scream me, Chief. You gotta get up and go over there, Chief. You can't be here right now.
Right?
Man, so before we went on break, we was talking basically about the whole village and how having this mission can affect the village and work with the village, so on and so forth. Like DJ Droopy did not have the mission on being a DJ. You know, his mission was keeping his parents proud. Just like I think anybody over top of the age of ... is keeping your parents proud. Now for the ones that's under the age of 25, they don't know that. They have the different mentality of thinking. They're the ones that's growing.
I'm gonna stop you again.
What did I say this time?
Because what did we talk about last week? How are they worried about making their parents proud when they don't even see themselves living past 21?
That's the other part of last week I wanted to say. Thank you.
Right? Like,
yes.
like what we're dealing with here. So I call them Generation Frankie.
Frankie.
I heard that. Yes, I got that last week. Yes.
Right. Someone
yes.
Like that too.
Yeah.
Shout out to the rant that like that.
Yeah, I heard that combination. It was quite interesting when you explained it. Yes, that was deep.
Generation Frankie. That's what we're dealing with. Right? So not only are we dealing with the matters of, you know, the bad choices that they're making based upon their own choices, what we're also dealing with is the lack of understanding that we are in control of our own futures. But when you don't have a vision and you don't have a mission and you feel like you ain't got no purpose, what is there? Oh, that's right. Some purple stuff in a cup.
Yeah.
Mumble rap.
Yes.
An overexploited sex community.
Yes.
I mean, these kids are out of control.
But that's what they're exposed to.
Exactly.
So, and that's why I'm gonna love getting into this topic tonight. We're gonna touch all of that.
Okay.
But
indeed.
But that's what's needed. Mm-hmm. It's needed because it's so spread out to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
And the reality is, in midst of their confusion, what they really don't understand is that they're doing exactly what they're being told to do. They just don't see the physical person telling them to do it, but they're being controlled every step of the way.
Yep.
Okay.
Subliminally.
Yeah. No, I mean, and sometimes just outright. You know, it's half. They don't even understand that by the second grade, they have already determined how many jail cells they'll need when they become age to be incarcerated.
Yes, we was just talking about that. I mean, some months back, because I remember you had that conversation. I was like, wow,
it's amazing. And so the thing is, and what we see and what we hear are the two major ways that messages are received. And so a lot of their confusion is programmed. What you see them doing is what they've pretty much been trained to do, because that's the food that their mind digests.
Which makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah. And because I've seen, yeah, you know what? As I'm sitting there thinking about the kids that I look at, they can watch something on TV or see something in the song, and 3 seconds later, they're doing it, ain't even process or register what they saw or whatever, or what they heard. So yeah.
Okay, so let's take that into a whole nother level now. Okay.
By all means.
We, those of African descent, are of oral tradition.
Okay.
Our children learn through hearing, seeing, experiencing. Everything is based upon an experiential experience. You put them into a Eurocentric school system format. They're not absorbing all the information that is required for them to fully have that experience, that academic, that educational experience. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how we may want to run from it, many people want to run from it, we are of a traditional mindset. Our DNA is based upon oral tradition. So, you know, when we haven't gotten into it yet, but when we do get into talking about the music, one of the reasons why when you know, rap music came out way back in the day, it was so powerful and unstoppable, is because the message was in the music. Right? The education, the knowledge was infused into the music, and now suddenly we were raising the consciousness of younger generations through three main components of the music. Number one, lyrical content. Number two, the rhythms. And number three, suddenly now we had maybe not the ideal father figures or mother figures, but we had something for them to look up to beyond what they were seeing that they could not identify with. You put all that together, and now you had a generation of fight the power. You had young people who were striving for more, who was willing to be more, do more, get to more, because the possibilities were now being opened. And everything was in the music. It wasn't just about the bad times or the good times. They talked about post-traumatic stress disorder back in the day. They talked everything was infused in the music, because the music was created to educate the people. And this is no different to reggae music.
Okay.
Reggae music, I'm a reggae head for those of you who don't know. Reggae music and rap music has a very parallel history of where it started for, of a heightened consciousness to educate people, to what it has become today, which is honestly and truly the demise of our people.
Right.
And we know we're going to further continue that conversation when we come back from break. Please call in 410-702-5657. We are experiencing a bit of problems with Facebook, so for those of you who are tuned in that are having a bit of problem, please go to beexposedradio.com and look for Reclaiming Self, and we will see you there. Be back in a minute. Remember, caring is sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Ida.
Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
That's not the norm around here. My hair's all fluffy.
I saw it last week. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Reclaiming Self with Roze and Sekou and our wonderful guest, DJ Droopy.
Thank you.
I actually got the history on why he got his name, and I think it's hot.
I do too. Even though mine was an assumption that ended up being correct.
Do not assume.
Yeah, I know. It makes it an ass out of you and
Right?
Wow.
Not a plan.
Wow. Okay. Is there a seatbelt in this shit?
Oh yeah. We take off. No seatbelts on this ride.
So prior to the break, I was talking about the parallels between hip hop music. I wouldn't really call it rap. It was hip hop music and reggae music, and how they both started off on a conscious level of educating and bringing the awareness to the people. You know, those who necessarily couldn't get into school or didn't have access to school in the Caribbean. Same thing with Calypso. Calypso was the exact same thing. The knowledge was in the music. Now, I don't know what's in the music. One of the things that from back in the day, when you're talking about, and this is a pet peeve of mine, people may not agree, but I'm going to go back to some vinyl.
Ooh, I love vinyl.
You ain't gonna get no argument out of it.
Right?
Not tonight.
You get hugs.
There's a DJ in the building. Right. Please continue.
That use vinyl.
Yes. So just so you know, I got a bit of background in the music industry in regards to DJs and the whole how the evolution of music.
Okay.
You know, from when we went from the 4 elements of hip hop to, do we even have one right now?
What?
In regards to honoring the elements?
No,
we don't.
I mean, you have people who still respect the culture,
right?
Yeah, but no, it's not.
They're currently in the new regime.
Yeah,
there are no elements.
Well, if it is,
but they may resemble.
Okay.
But they don't, they
right.
may touch upon because of the connection, because they say rap or hip hop.
Right.
But you have to have the knowledge of what the elements were and what the original culture of hip hop is in order to have any type of respect for it.
Bong.
So some of them do and some of them don't, but those elements are not necessary criteria.
Yes, okay.
For today's music.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah,
I agree.
I don't. Here's the problem. I mean, and it's a pet peeve of mine. You don't even need to know how to mix anymore. There was a time, and so my son is an MC.
Okay.
And his father was a DJ.
Got you.
Okay? There was a time when, you know, I could sit in a club, and I used to, like, really, you know, because I was cool back then. I knew what songs were coming based on the mix that was happening. And I tuned my ears to always listen, not to what was playing, but what was coming next. And how it was mixed in, and did you catch the beat, and where did it, you know, what was, you know, that it was a whole systematic thing that if you rolled with DJs, you knew how to do.
Of course.
You had to know how to do that, or else you ain't saying nothing.
No.
And I taught my son that because his era is not about that. But I said, this is how you know a good DJ. And, you know, how you begin to tune your ears. It's the same thing with back in the days, you know, DJs brought their crates of records, and some of them had to hook up the sound systems.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I know. I was one of the runners.
Okay.
So I carried the crates and the speakers and the bag. Yeah. But I got the club.
I would hook up the sound. That was my thing. I would hook up the sound and I would tune the sound. And you know, and the men, the mandem as we would call them, but they would really come down hard on me, right? Because if you mess up tuning the sound, you mess up the entire night.
Yes.
You know, and so we're sitting there and they're showing me how to do it, and they're listening. Okay, listen to the treble, listen to the bass, right? Because everything has to have its own specific to it in order for when you change the music that you don't have to do all the adjustments, that it can flow.
Right.
Now, sometimes I could barely go into a club because my ears ring.
Yeah.
Because everything sounds like crap. And then you add some mumble on top of that, and we got a real problem.
I stopped going out to clubs. I don't do it no more. Yeah. When I stopped doing it, when I did go to a club, and I'm sitting there, you know, with the younger dudes, and I'm like, I like this beat. Then I asked the dude, like, yo, is this the same song that we heard like 20 minutes ago? They're like, no, that's so-and-so.
Oh,
like,
that's another pet peeve. Sorry, I'm on pet peeves now. When did it become okay and cool for a DJ to play the same song twice in one night?
When they have all that music with them?
No, it became cool because the audience demanded that you play it more than once. And it became cool because that DJ succumbed to the will of the audience.
Well, here's the thing about that, which I do agree before I go through my disclaimer. But I have been to parties. Mind you, I said parties, so you know how long ago that was. Where the DJ will play something again, but that's only if it was requested over and over and over again, or if it was the number one song.
So here's the thing. I've been DJing professionally for about 18 years.
Oh,
now.
cheese and crackers.
So, and if you come to one of my events, if you hear a song twice, that's because you got there when I was doing the sound check, and that was probably the song I used to do the sound check.
Thank you.
There is entirely too much music in the world now, and so like she was saying, back in the day, we had to carry crates. So there were times when a person would request a song, and you would have it, but it was in one of the crates at home. Because you can only put but so many records, and you could only bring but so many crates.
Right.
Now with technology, you have hard drives, and so the music that you would have left at home is now on an external drive or inside of your laptop. So to have access to all of that music, and to have to repeat songs 2, 3, 4 times, I then question your skill level.
I concur with that.
Right?
Yeah, if you doing it like that, yeah, I do believe that. But I also have, well, you know what? Then that goes back to even what you just said. Even me, when I did go to parties and I seen these DJs and they played the song, and let's say 2 hours later, and I'm like, didn't I just hear the song?
Right?
And so what happens on the DJ end, if a DJ is in that room, we then question not necessarily your ability, but your knowledge of your music. Like, how limited is your library of music if you have to resort to playing the hot stuff 2 or 3 times, because when you're aware of the music that's available to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you mix in a little bit of skill and talent, you have the ability to play all kinds of music and still keep your crowd entertained. And understand, I'm saying that and saying that I know that Baltimore City is one of the hardest cities to DJ for.
Yes. I'm not even a DJ, but yes.
Toronto.
No, actually, Baltimore's worse than Toronto.
Really?
Because and I love my city. Let me say this first and foremost. I rep my city all day, every day.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows me knows.
Keep a Baltimore hat on, regardless of where he is.
Regardless of whether they want to lose,
Yeah.
I am down for my city.
Yes.
You can only talk about Baltimore if you're from here. If not, please don't do it around me. With that being said, the reason why I say that it's hard for a DJ to perform, or it takes a certain skill set in order to do it here, is because, and not, no disrespect to but the average audience is only familiar with what they hear on the radio.
Yep.
So outside of what they hear on local radio stations, which may be 10, 15 songs that they hear in rotation all day, anything outside of that, they don't want to hear it. And so a DJ has to come into an event and cater to that crowd for 4 to 5 hours using those 15 songs.
It's ridiculous.
and keep the party going.
Keep the party going.
So Toronto is a little more elevated than that. But here, if it isn't played on one of the local radio shows, get that off. What are you doing?
Or if it's not the neighborhood song,
right? Or if it isn't Lil Ray Ray's track, playing, that he brought on his phone.
Yes.
Those type of things. And so DJs who learn or pay their dues in the club scene or doing events here, they have an advantage in the fact that they have mastered the ability to keep a crowd satisfied for hours, and they're forced to limit the music that they're playing. So then when you leave Baltimore and you go to DC or Virginia, or you go down to Atlanta or Miami, or even if you're blessed to go, Midwest or Las Vegas, California, and then you get in front of a crowd that allows you to expand as far as your musical library, the sky's the limit.
It really is.
So it's just the thing where and so our DJ community, in a lot of ways, are like a lot of younger persons in our community. They're limited because they haven't gone out there. They haven't been exposed.
And they're not willing to
places.
be exposed.
Right.
I know some phenomenal DJs, and they can mix anything from trap music with Phil Collins to a little bit of reggae, a little bit of salsa.
You been listening to my mixes?
No, but I would love to. Please, sharing is caring.
All right, I got you. Every Tuesday, Periscope, 6 o'clock or something.
Yep, 6 o'clock.
See, 6 o'clock. DJ Droopy live. I got you.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Appreciate
I'll be tuning in.
Yeah. And Thursdays at 7.
Okay.
Yep.
And you be at Melba's?
I'm at Melba's every third Monday.
Every third Monday.
Yep.
Okay.
In the front area.
All right.
Yeah.
So
stay in the front.
Yeah. You don't go in the back. Stay in the front.
But go in the back. I'm not there. I'm just letting you know.
Before we leave off the air today, we will repeat all of this. It will be on my page also. It will also be on the Reclaim the Self page.
Mm-hmm.
We ought to listen out for DJ Droopy because, he know what he knows what he knows.
Yes, he does.
All right, so when we gonna talk about the music? I'm up that. I'm up. We done warmed up. Let's go.
Since he's ready now, he's revved up. Let me see something.
Now that he's ready, I guess we need to move forward.
Let's move forward. Keep the party going. Man.
I mean, if we may.
No,
it's your show.
We may. We definitely may because it's all
strapped in,
it's
ready
all
to go.
tied into it, honestly. Yeah. And but the reason we did that, honestly, is to give our audience an understanding of who you are and where you come from, and your understanding of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Versus, let's say me, and get a Serato and 2 CDs and think I'm a DJ.
Or DJ Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So
don't talk to me.
Listen. So wait, I need to rant for a second. You know, these DJs
Then I'm going
who
after
think
you.
that they can just put a little bit of noise in between each song and change the song do not understand that as you are changing the songs, you are also changing the vibrations in the room.
Yeah.
Right? The DJs have a very important role to play. They are the ones who are brought on board to keep the people happy and to sell out the bar. So all you DJs out there who do not know how to mix, who do not understand the platform or the responsibility that comes with the craft that you are supposed to master, which doesn't mean downloading music off of YouTube.
Hey. You can find some good stuff on YouTube, just for the record.
I am not saying that. You can't. But there's people
all
out
your
there
music should
that
not
should not be from YouTube.
Yeah.
And so in agreement with your rant, but so the way I was, but to add some context, the way I was taught, my brother, shout out to DJ Prophet, who was my teacher and mentor. The way that he explained it to me was that music is supposed to tell a story.
Yes.
And so it's no different than reading a book. In the middle of the book, you don't give the end of the story away. There has to be a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it has to build. So you give information at the beginning that kind of sets the premise. And then you build on that. And then you get to the end. And so a lot of times, what I will say is there are DJs whose music does not tell a story.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of words.
Not even. It's a bunch of mumble.
Okay.
Sorry. Had to go there.
The views expressed by one. No, okay. Not get me in trouble.
Right.
That was not me. Did you hear the voice change? It wasn't me. All right. But the thing is, a lot of DJs are technology is a gift and a curse.
Yes.
And so when you haven't been trained properly, but you're given access to the technology, then you are learning on your own. And so they haven't been taught the blueprint.
The fundamental basics
exactly.
of DJing. And unfortunately, with Generation Frankie, they ain't interested in learning. They gonna do it their way.
And so what happens is you have promoters and club owners who know that if you don't have that experience, then I can pay you $50 and a bar tab and get away with it.
Not even a bar tab, a Heineken.
Okay, see, I ain't even know that one. All right, that's just sad.
A bar tab comes with people who have clout.
Oh, nah. When I did drink, because I don't anymore, but the tab was necessary. If you were going to short the money, then you had to make up for it with the tab.
If you hear the bunch of BS that these young people get about, well, like, you gotta understand, right? Like, you're in my club and like I'm giving you exposure.
No,
so,
see,
like all that kind of.
And see, that's the thing. When you don't understand the business and you don't understand your worth, and you don't understand that without you, he doesn't make money.
Exactly, self-worth.
You have to understand your worth, and 2, you have to be willing to sacrifice for your worth. So if I'm going into an establishment and my worth, let's just say, is $300 for the night. Oh, I only got $150 in a tab. Well, okay. Well, hopefully the next DJ that you get will be okay with that, because mine is $300 up front. I ain't even asking about a tab.
We ain't even waiting till the end of the night for you to do bar count or door count. Pay me my money. But we are going to continue this conversation after break. Please call in 410-702-5657. You are in the studio with Roze and Sekou and our special guest, DJ Droopy.
You'll be back, y'all.
Check out this flashback from It Is What It Is radio show.
Paul he was chilling, he was doing his thing. Y'all, you feel me? Love y'all family, you know what I'm saying? And like for him to be taken away from you, snatched away from you just like that. You feel me? It's like damn. Another good one gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you taking the good? You know what I'm saying?
You always end up asking like, why?
And that's like again, it's a lesson that it's a test of faith. You feel me? He gonna take you through these tests. You feel me? You're gonna go through these little phases in life, yo. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you just gotta recognize that one, it's the adversary trying to knock you off your pivot, and then it's God trying to teach you something. You feel me? Right. Anything that you go through, you gonna get through. It's called going through. You feel me? That's why it's called going through. You going through something. Right. You feel me? Because after you go through it, you get through it. You look back going like, damn, I got that. You feel what I'm saying?
For this and more, be sure to tune into BeExposedRadio.com every Friday from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m. to listen to more of It Is What It Is radio show.
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, everyone. This is Roze at Reclaiming Self with Sekou and my special guest, DJ Droopy.
Before we continue on with this beautiful conversation, I just want to say a few things. I want to thank everybody that has been tuning in, like Miss Tina Jones, Dixon Snaps, LeVar Moore, Alicia Foster, Christy, Christina, Mike Even. Shout out to Mike Even. What's up, homie? Damon Blue. What's up, homie? And Shy Marie. Lady Shy Heron. Thank y'all for watching. Damon Blue, we would love for you to come down here. Shy Marie, we'd love for you to come down here.
Hit us up. We honestly, hit us up. We are open, and feel free to let other people hit us up. We're looking for people to be on the show. These conversations need to happen.
You too.
LeVar said, R.I.P. Vicious V.
Yeah.
Put that out there. Mm-hmm. Sending blessings and prayers to the family.
Yeah. I didn't get to meet the dude, Vicious V, but being that he's a Baltimore native that has done a lot for the hip hop, done a lot for the music community.
Legend.
Yeah. Okay. So being he's a legend, I'm upset that I never got a chance to meet this individual. Just by me scrolling through my timeline, it's like I got to know this guy through words of encouragement through somebody else. So my prayers and my thoughts go out to his family. Here at Reclaiming Self, we our prayers and thoughts go to the family also. But Vicious V was a dude not to be. I seen a picture of the dude DJing with no shirt on, with his foot on the top of the turntable.
That's because he was a turntablist, and what he did was he took his shirt and pants off while scratching from one turntable to the next. Wow. That was part of his that was part of his routine.
Wow.
And so then he would step over the turntables and still be performing from one turntable to the next.
Turntablist. So that's what you call perfecting your art.
Right. Yes.
And that's what these young people don't do these days because, I think part of it also is not having the opportunity to have DJ labs where they can go in and afford to have these courses taught them.
Right. Well, they don't have. I mean, there are labs available. You just have to know the persons that have them. There are a lot of DJs and DJ organizations that are willing to teach and instruct up and coming DJs. And even the organization that I'm with, Be More Mix Kings, we have ciphers at different houses where we invite, DJs to come in. So, okay, you've been doing it, but you're not really sure how to get acclimated with the business end, or there are certain components that you're not that familiar with. I've been DJing for 18 years, and I'm just now learning the technique and the craft of scratching. I blend that. I am focused on transitions and going from one song to the other. So scratching is kind of like icing on the cake for me. But I'm still learning it now, and I reach out to other DJs who have perfected that craft. And so we it may not seem that way, but there are a lot of DJs in Baltimore that have open arms to persons who are genuinely willing to learn the craft and the art of DJing.
So that's what you call love for the music and love for the industry.
Right. Yes.
And and I would like to further this conversation, because what a lot of people don't know is that, worded properly, there's funding for programs like that.
Yes. And oddly enough, there's a Be More STEM, which is ran by DJ 5-Star here. Started at Morgan, but now it has gone into Baltimore City schools. Beautiful. They actually utilize DJing to teach basic STEM classes, math, science.
Of course.
Because that's all contained in the technique and the art of DJing.
Yes.
So they are going out in schools and using DJing as a conduit to teach them the basic fundamental necessities that they need. And so those programs are out there. It's just a matter of giving people the knowledge that they exist.
Now, if there's people out there who would like to know more, I'm going to get the information.
Okay.
And we'll put it up on our page.
Not a problem.
Because I think it's time that people are aware of their options and stop just believing that, ain't nobody out here to help us and it's hard out here in the streets. No, it ain't that hard. It's a phone call away.
But that's what they're trained to believe. That's why I can't wait for us to talk about this music.
Okay, so we are going to talk about the music. Here we go. No, we're not going to talk about it yet because we're going to be going to break shortly.
Oh, but okay.
But as soon as we come back from break, I promise you all, we're going to be on this topic like white on rice, okay?
What's up, Meech? Shout out to Meech. Thank you for watching, homie. But
hey, baby, how you doing? We ain't heard from you in a while.
Man, oh man. Mr. Meech.
I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who's tuning in and to let you all know that this is really about us coming together as a community. When Sekou said it earlier that we're really about the village mentality, that's an understatement. Like, it's real. I have no problem with mobilizing things for the community.
Yeah.
But I can't do it alone. And it's really time that others come on board to say, hey, let's do this. We're the adults in our community. Can the adults please stand up so that these kids can begin to see that, life might be hard, but you got this. Mm-hmm. Because regardless of what you think, I hold a higher vision for you in your life. And with that, we will be going to break, and please call in 410-702-5657. Holla.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Station with their ear to the streets. BeExposedRadio.com.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Be Exposed Radio. And you are tuned in to Reclaiming Self with Roze and Sekou. Once again, I think we might be having a bit of problems with the Facebook Live. Yeah, so please go to BeExposedRadio.com and look for the Reclaiming Self show so that you can stay with us and stay tuned.
Yeah, go to YouTube, y'all.
Yes, go to YouTube as well. It's also on there. So, continuing our conversation that my guest, DJ, Droopy.
I was waiting to see. That's why I ain't say nothing. I was waiting.
Is so excited to get into. I'm gonna turn over the mic to him.
Oh, that's how we gonna do this?
That's how we gonna do this.
Wow. Oh, man, talk about setup.
Yeah, right.
All right, so if the mic is being handed to me, so
mic check one.
Right, my mic sounds nice. Check one, check two. So getting into this subject, we have to understand some ground things. Mm-hmm. And so the main thing, the first thing I want to convey is that we have to understand how our subconscious mind works. One, we have to understand that the subconscious mind is 80 times stronger than our conscious mind. Your conscious mind deals with the things that are right in front of you. Your conscious mind controls about 5% of the decisions that you make in any given day. Your subconscious mind is what controls it all, and it is the most powerful, and unfortunately it does not have a filter. So if you've ever been in a car riding with someone and the radio's been on while you're having the conversation with your friend, your subconscious mind.
I'm just gonna videotape you. Keep going.
Wow. just make me extra nervous.
Because you're just spitting some knowledge here that I just need to hold on to.
Oh, okay. So if you're in the car with a friend and you're having the conversation and the radio is just on in the background, it doesn't even have to be turned up to a cognitive decimal or decibel level. Your subconscious mind has heard every lyric, every melody, every chord. It has stored that information and will utilize it for future decision-making processes.
That's deep, and it's true.
And so,
it's scary.
You know, what people don't even realize is that they've made a life decision based off of a song that they've never even heard at one point or time in their life.
That is so funny.
And so, to add on to that, the more you listen to a song, so you have your favorite song and you listen to it over and over and over again, the content of that music has now become fact to your subconscious mind because you've repeated it over and over again.
It's been confirmed.
So it's been confirmed. And whatever is contained in said song now has 100% validity. So now even more so your subconscious mind will utilize that information in future decision-making processes. So the more you listen to something, the more your subconscious mind goes, oh, it must be true. Let me utilize this information. And so this applies not only to music, but it also applies to the things we watch. So just as you are what you eat in the forms of physical food, you are what you eat when it comes to what you watch and what you listen to. And so no one's saying that if you eat McDonald's every day that you're going to die.
Yes, you will.
That's long term. We're talking down the road, okay?
30 days.
So
your arteries are clogged.
What I'm saying is if I eat it today, I will not have direct ramifications from making that choice.
No.
But if I eat it long term, then there will be issues down the road because it has compounded over time.
Right.
And so what we have to understand is the same rules apply with the things that we watch and the music that we listen to. You are what you eat. So if you're listening to negative messages, if you're listening to derogatory lyrics, over time, it has an effect on your behaviors. And I work with a mentoring program, Aziza Peace. Shout out to Aziza Peace.
Shout out to Aziza. What's up, y'all?
And we have these discussions in regards to lyrics and its effect on behaviors. And what people fail to understand is that it's not necessarily if you listen to this song, you're going to go out and do what the song says. But in listening to lyrical content or listening to a song over a period of time, what happens is you now become desensitized to whatever that song is talking about.
Speak it.
And once you become desensitized to something, it now becomes that much easier to engage in the act.
That makes so much sense. That is so true.
And so as much as people may not believe it, when they said that you can't, these songs are making people go out and do stuff, maybe not directly, but over a period of time because they become desensitized to the content of those songs.
That makes so much sense. Now I understand how
it doesn't affect me as much. If I'm listening to music that its only content is drug usage, sexual immorality, and basically genocide,
right,
from every aspect that you can look at it, and I'm listening to that message on a daily basis, why would it bother me when I see it or when I experience it?
Or when your kid play it, it wouldn't bother you at all. It's like, oh, turn it up, that's my joint.
We gonna get there.
Okay,
we gonna get there.
My bad, I'm jumping the gun.
And so when you said the topic was old school versus new school, so what we have to understand is my generation. I just turned 44. All right. My generation and generations prior, there was the same content per se. Music has always been about sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time.
And
surprisingly enough, no matter what genre you bring up, it's still going to be about
sex, drugs,
and rock and roll. And if anybody comes up to me and talk about, well, what about gospel music?
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
I hate to tell you. I hate to tell you, because if you read the Bible, they were about sex, drugs, and rock and roll back then too.
Even though it wasn't called rock and roll.
I can't even hate. It's the truth.
So
it wasn't called rock and roll. It was called something else. But
don't just carry it to church. Read it. You might learn something. So
absolutely.
What we have to understand is the difference between the old school and the new school is we were smarter about the lyrical content.
Yes.
So you could play Come Feel My Big Guitar in the car, and the kids would just think you're talking about instruments.
Yep.
You and your wife are sitting in the front seat laughing, talking about how you gonna play with the big guitar when you get home and the kids go to sleep.
Right. Wow.
Okay?
Right.
Versus the music now, which is just blatantly up
straight to the point. Hey, you want to play with this?
There's no subliminals. There's no metaphors.
Yeah, but I just not meaning to cut you, but the reality of it is that that's just our society. Period.
Right.
And every area. I mean, there's commercials. There. When I was growing up, because I'm very close to your age, if I may say. If not a little older, if I may say.
Very nicely put. I respect your gangster. Please continue.
I respect your gangster.
Shout out to the gangster. We didn't see no tampon commercials on TV.
Right.
No pad commercials.
Right. No, we didn't. No.
You know, like now it's like open window and blue dye. The only thing they're not using is red dye, but it's blue dye. The idea is still there. You know, like there was things that we were protected from as children. That doesn't exist anymore. There is no protecting of anything. It's all out. And let's not even talk about the internet and Facebook. And I see some things that traumatize me as a grown woman.
Right. But and let me just take that one step further, because we as an African American male, what bothers me is, okay, you're talking about tampon commercials. I'm talking about 8 o'clock on urban television, Plan B commercials.
Playing what commercials?
Plan B commercials. Oh. Contraceptive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
So now it's an option. Oh, we just won't have safe sex, get gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis, and take Plan B.
And so that's that's another aspect that hopefully we can get into. Is because it's
when
not,
you come back.
Yeah. I got that cue. Yeah.
Smart man over here.
Hey,
that's why I roll with him.
I may have been born that night, but it wasn't last night. All right. So yeah, it's a lot deeper than what we. It's a lot deeper than just the concern of mumble rap. It's and that's kind of what you were talking about last week, when we have to understand that a lot of these rappers are doing it because it's what the record labels are telling them to do. And so when if I want to get out of an environment and somebody provides me an easy way out, i.e. a check for millions of dollars
that you never really get, let me just put that out there too.
But that's what they're waving in front of you.
Right, the carrot.
And so, all I got to do is just recite some words or dress a certain way. Yeah. And I get X amount of dollars, and I can get myself out of the situation. And because I don't have a foundation where I've been shown that things should be done as a reflection of my character, and that I should be of moral fiber and have a standing, and at the same time, even though I know I need to make money, I still need to keep a name and a legacy for myself. Yes. Because I don't have that information. You're offering me money, and I need to get out of this. So whatever you want me to do, that's what I'm gonna do. And that was the premise of how you get a lot of this mumble rap, or trap music, because the record labels want a certain type of music.
So let me ask you a question, because I keep up with it, but I don't. I'm still quite old school with my lyrical, my music selection.
Okay.
And even though there is some trap songs and the way the trap rhythms run that I do like, is there no positive trap music?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I'm not making a statement. I'm asking a question.
Yeah, it is.
Let me rephrase that. I'm making inquiry. Is there positive trap music?
Yes.
And what defines trap music?
Well, from what I was told, 'cause I asked the same question.
Okay.
From what I was told, it is more or less the content of the song. The beat does not make it trap. What
Okay,
they're
so it's
talking
not
about,
like house. House music was based upon the house beat.
the beat, yeah, the doom,
Right.
doom, 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 yeah.
So that's not what trap is based on.
No, this
so
is what I've
what
been
is
told.
trap based
Trap
on?
is basically, drug dealing music.
So when you say trap music,
Trap house music.
trap represents the actual trap that is in a hood or in a neighborhood where they're soliciting drugs and things of that nature. So trap is actually a location, not a beat per minute.
Okay.
So when you say trap, you're talking about the drug arena and all those things associated with it. The carrying of guns, the drug trafficking, the establishing yourself in certain neighborhoods and selling your product, and all of those components is what trap is about, because that's what they call it. That's what it's called. It's called the trap. So trap music is about all of those different components and their expression of their life based upon living in that environment. I mean, but and please understand that 80% of the artists that are talking about trap just got their degrees from college.
Yes. Yeah, mind you. Maybe 75% of the industry have degrees. So small.
So understand that it is a business.
Yes,
but I see you raising your hand, so I'll yes, Mrs.
Thank you.
Yes, Miss Gardner. Yes.
I love the school. This is every Wednesday class, y'all. I love it.
And I'm being schooled. I always get schooled. I get some serious education up in here.
All right.
So here's my question. And I mean, this may sound like absurd.
No such
We
thing.
have 30 seconds. So the song Trap Queen is considered a trap song.
Yes.
Okay. See, I always thought trap was associated with some type of rhythm, but it's actually just the lifestyle.
Right.
So
Correct.
how is there, and we got to go to break, but when we come back, I really want to know if trap music is based on trap lifestyle. Please tell me a positive trap song. When we come back, 410-702-5657. Remember, sharing is caring, everybody. If you cannot see us on Facebook, please go to YouTube, beexposedradio.com, and look for Reclaiming Self. Holla!
Check out this flashback.
If someone says that more money may create more problems for us who don't have a lot of money, we said, nah, that'll never be me. And when we look at the statement that's made by those who are making over six figures, millionaires, I dare say billionaires, we wonder, how is it that more money can cause more problems? Well, I can kind of understand how that may be the situation if the money that you have is not going towards things that are of a worthy cause. And that looks how you perceive it to be. If you feel like money should make you free, but after making more money, it traps you towards these things that will cause you to have to get more money to feel like you're free, then that's a vicious cycle that someone I can understand will not necessarily feel like they're the benefactor of. So take a look at the money that you already have. And if the money that you have is going to where it needs to go, then money becomes that tool that you need to have an ends to a means when it comes to your necessities in life.
You can catch me Thursdays from 8 to 10 on the Denasha Harrison Show on BigExposedRadio.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Reclaiming Self with Roze and Sekou and my special guest.
With the smile.
DJ Droopy.
Love it. I love
and
it.
I am just so
dope.
enjoying this
dope.
enriched conversation in regards to taking this to a whole nother level of understanding. I'm gonna let him continue, and there is a couple of things that I do want to discuss. But we'll get into that afterwards, please.
Well, you did ask him.
So
positive trap song.
Yeah, give me a
to answer your
positive.
question, and we talked about this
a
while we were
positive.
off. So, Trap Queen would actually be considered a positive trap song because that song, understanding that lifestyle, to have a woman that's willing to help you cook your product, that's willing to help you sell your product, that's willing to help you count your money once you made said sales of product. and that has your back, that will I know I'm trying to articulate
right, did you?
On trap. Isn't that ironic?
Right.
But you never know who's listening.
Right.
So we got to make
true.
it so that everyone
hears
understands
it. Yeah.
what's being said.
It's across the board.
So
Wait, hold on. Not meaning to cut you. I am now sharing for those of you who want to watch or who are watching the YouTube link, which Sekou you also shared, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Please continue.
So to have a woman that supports you in those endeavors, that is a positive thing. So that's your girl. She rides with you in the Lambo. She helps you sell, cook, prepare your product. She doesn't snitch. She doesn't tell anybody what's going on, and she has your back on those levels. So that would be a positive in their eyes. The thing about that is, when you kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture, then it becomes less positive to outsiders looking in. But we have to understand that there is a purpose as to why this music is allowed to be broadcast.
So a couple of things, because I know where you're about to go with this. You're about to go into the industry angle of it.
Somewhat.
I just want to address the Trap Queen thing right now, okay?
Oh, here we go. Wait, where's my seatbelt?
Yeah, here you go. Click, click.
Okay.
Let me make it really clear. I get it. Don't need to talk to me about Trap Queen. I know about it. And I understand it. But here's the issue. Number one, most of you young men out there who get caught doing foolishness is because you were in the bedroom talking to your Trap Queen about things that you shouldn't have been talking about.
Pillow talk.
Then decided to go sleep with her best friend, Broomquella, and got yourself into a problem. And she got back at you. Because trap is exactly what it is. A trap is a trap.
Yeah. Well, and
mouse trap, house trap, trap house, call it what you want. Trap queen, it's a trap.
Yeah.
Because what you're dealing with is still the mentality
of that trap.
Of that trap. At the end of the day, if she's helping you with your pharmaceutical company, that's an issue. Because then that means you and her are both perfecting the same craft. What you want is a woman who's going to go perfect another craft, so when you get tired of doing the hardest profession in the world, you have somewhere to go.
See, you
saying.
You went too far. You took it too far. Because they ain't worried about that.
Because they are in trap mentality.
You brought morals and standards into this. How dare you?
How dare you? Shame on you!
The nerve
Shame,
to bring
shame, shame.
moral fortitude into this here conversation.
So here's my disclaimer. Anybody who has a problem with it, please come to the radio station, and I will pray with you.
I like that. That was dope.
And
come
so,
on down here. I'll pray with you.
And so here's here's the thing, and I have this conversation all the time because I don't want to come off as though I'm bashing or I'm being harsh. When you take away, I don't like it, and you go to the lyrics of it. So what women have to understand is 85% of trap songs are the most disrespectful.
Yes.
To women as a gender.
Yes.
So it's interesting as a DJ when I was in the clubs, DJing in the clubs, to play a song and to see women dancing and or twerking to a song that is blatantly discussing men riding a train on one woman, performing sexual acts in public, in the club or in the strip arena,
or just getting the best friend.
Yeah, telling them outright, okay, I'm gonna get with you, I'm gonna give you to my friends, and then I'm gonna go with your friends and do whatever I want.
And you can't
you're gonna
say
be
nothing.
okay with
Yeah,
that.
everything's fine.
Don't say nothing, because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And so the songs have this content in it on a regular basis, and these are the songs that the women in the clubs get excited to before the guys do.
Well, do you know anything about the reggae world?
Yes.
Well, they took it to a whole nother level.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I know. Y'all dangerous. So that's why we gonna bring it back over here, because y'all scare me.
Go get the cutlass.
I'm gonna stay in my lane because it's called
honestly,
fear.com when it comes to that. All right. But I get what you're saying. But
I'm gonna elaborate just based upon what you're saying, right? Where they have taken it. Fear.com is a great way to put it. Where we actually had a young woman who lit her for JJ on fire.
I saw that.
Yeah. Like,
and I laughed for like 2 days.
I'll be honest, I cried.
No, well, yeah,
I cried.
It's similar if
Because
watch a guy do that. Yeah,
But that's and so it's again being desensitized.
Yeah.
That's a norm. So to see, no one went, hey, ma'am, you might want to extinguish that before you even light it up. Like, that may not be a good. It was almost an expectation to go to the next level with.
She won the contest,
right?
Yeah,
right.
I mean, which was never viewed on here, but she won.
So instead of people going, oh my goodness, people were like, yeah, that is the epitome of desensitization.
Trauma culture, I call it.
And so that's what I mean by hearing the content over and over and over and over again. You are no longer affected as defensively about what it is you're taking in. Now it's become the norm, and so you go from trap queen to the wobble. I'm gonna have fun with this one.
Yeah, I see. Cause I think I see you going with this.
So understand. Wow. Let me.
We have 1 minute to go.
Yeah. So real quick with the wobble, when you get a chance, everyone listening, I want you to Google the lyrics to the wobble. Now that has become internationally one of the top line dances.
Yes.
It's specifically here in America, but it's all over the world. That song in the first verse alone contains use of vibrators and sexual acts being compared to one's ability to dance. Then you get into oral fixations in the second verse. And this is a song that your grandmother dances to.
My mama be rocking to this. Wobble, baby, wobble. She be rocking.
And
Mom, you can no longer dance the wobble.
And so understand.
I'm traumatized.
And so understand that people have been doing this line dance for years, and for years you've been taking in that lyrical content.
Wow.
But we gotta go to break.
Yeah.
But
Cheese and crackers.
to add on to what you're saying, how's that any different to nursery rhymes.
We'll be back.
410-702-5657.
We claiming self. Sharon is carrying.
And our guest DJ
Droopy.
Yay!
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
I'm in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
My girl happens to be long distance.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said,
I beat my thing like it owes me money.
Sorry.
Because I asked that because so many people are not comfortable.
Here's my thing. It's mine.
That's right.
And you need to know yourself before you can have somebody please. If you can't tell nobody how to please you, if you don't know how to please yourself.
That's right.
You know what you like. You know what you like. You know the stroke, all that.
Mm.
So you're right. And I mean, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's your body. Yeah, I'm over here struggling with the ear.
Yeah, I'm glad it's you today. I'm glad you today, brother.
Oh, this thing going to drop. It's going to drop about at least like 5 times.
I'm over there struggling.
So, ED, do you have a problem with masturbating?
No, I don't. I don't masturbate often because I have a fear of going blind. So, yes, when I found
you could go blind from
I read about it. Is that true? No, it's not true.
It's not.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say I should have been blind a long time ago.
Let me drop some knowledge on you real quick.
I was just playing.
But
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait. Mom, what?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second. What?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. This is the Rose Garden, and you are tuning in to Reclaiming Self with Roze and Sekou and our guest DJ.
Do it. DJ Droopy.
Records never make that sound. I don't know why people do that. If you do that or wiki, like, you can't do that to a DJ. We're like, that's like trying to tell us Juice was real when Omar Epps was really mixing on that set. That was him. Sir, go back and watch that needle jump on the turntable while you scratch. And try to tell me that. I'm sorry.
Tell him why you mad, son. So, y'all hear that? If you ever come across a DJ, don't say wiki or wugga or jigga.
I hit a bad tangent. I apologize.
No scratching sounds to a DJ.
These people coming to you. Hey, wiki. Don't put your hand like that. Yeah, and don't do. No, stop yourself. Have several seats, sir. Several.
Compose yourself.
Oh, man. And I see me doing it. That is so funny. Yo, Droopy. Vicky, what's up?
I'm gonna let you know now. Records fly. Like Frisbees. I have several.
Oh, man.
All right.
Okay, so continuing with this conversation, please.
So, yeah, with these songs.
We were going back. So, go back to the song that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like those of you who are able to pull up the lyrical content.
Actually, that's what I'm doing right now. While we, I meant to do it while we was on break, but
post it in our
the page. Okay.
In our page.
Okay.
Yep.
So continue. I was saying it's the same thing with nursery rhymes.
Right. I mean, it's all the same. I mean, so you can go from the trap music of today to nursery rhymes to schoolhouse rock. Repetition and information, audially and visually, are the two mainstream ways and the quickest ways to get people to retain something.
And just so you all know, that's why anytime a country's being taken over, the first thing they do is shut down the arts. They shut down the music, the theater, the museums. Anything to do with expressive arts is no longer in existence.
Yeah. Wow. And so, again, we have to be aware of A, how the music affects us, and B, how it's being used. And so, as an African American male, I tend to look out for my own first. And so what we have to understand is there's a reason why there are artists who are referred to underground artists now, who are just as talented,
if not more talented,
actually have lyrical content, who are actually saying something. There's a reason why Common will never sell as much as a Little Yachty.
Never. And Common is so dope.
And I use that example
it's a beautiful example.
Yes, perfect. Yes.
You know, and so we have to understand why is that the case, because when you look at the library of Common, and when you listen to his albums and the content from I Used to Love Her,
yes,
you know, up until A New Black America,
yes,
when you go over his catalog, there's so much positive content.
Dope.
Then you come over here to Little Yachty.
He's in a Sprite commercial. Oh. That just grinding my gears.
Hold on, he's
right there. It is. Okay, so no, I wanted the silence to be strong,
right?
So that when you're comparing the two, there's really no comparison
at all.
But he'll go triple platinum, and we have to literally beg people to purchase a Common album nowadays. There's a reason behind that, and we have to understand that there is purpose in that. And so one of the things that I have the kids do in the program that I work with, I have them take a week, and so each day they have to listen to a different genre in their radio station.
Beautiful.
So Monday you have to listen to country western.
Nice.
Tuesday you have to listen to a Latino station. Now I'm not going to, whichever station you want to, but that's the genre. And then I want you to listen to a Latino station. Then I want you to listen to a pop 40 radio station. And then I want you to listen to a jazz or classical radio station. So for the beginning of the week, I have you listening to these other genres. And then Friday, I want you to go back to urban radio. And you see the vast difference. One, in the content of the songs, but even how the programming of those radio stations is entirely different.
It's way different. Yes. Way different.
You know,
yes.
the disc jockeys or the radio personalities that are on the stations, the content of their information is even different.
The commercials are different.
Right.
Yes.
The what they're advertising is different. Their ability to articulate to their people is very different as well.
And so understand that their music is just as crazy, because if you listen to country western for a whole day, you're going to laugh for 10 minutes. You're going to want to slit your wrist the next 10 minutes. And then you want to go out, party, get drunk, and go home with someone you don't know at the end of the night.
Hip hop.
And that's pretty much, I mean,
all
you
music.
go through the different genres. I mean, if you listen to pop, you have to be careful in pop, because there was a song, and we just had this lesson. There was a song called I Love Myself. And so on the outskirts, when you hear the song, it's kind of catchy. And she's like, I love myself. And
yeah, okay.
And so you're thinking it's
She
motivational.
yeah.
No, that song is discussing masturbation.
Wow.
And when you listen to the
covered up
lyrics,
well.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
No, when you listen to the lyrics, she's talking about moaning on her own without him. She don't need him. I love myself.
Got you.
So
okay.
I'm saying that to say that we are not exclusive in the messages,
but that's very different to what was her name who did it with Missy Elliott, the masturbation song. What was her name? Tweet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was a little like
that was
the subliminal.
Right.
Yeah, but we knew what you're talking about though.
Yeah, but
see how there's a difference between saying you knew what she was talking about and it being you don't have to know in order to know what they're talking about because it's right in front of your face.
Okay, yeah, that's what you're saying.
And so as you go through these different genres, you notice that, but then when you come back to the urban radio, even the youngest person can start to see that there's a format of genocide that just is the underbelly of what it's
My daughter said that.
And so when you can acknowledge that and you can become cognizant, because understand that whenever I've had, because I've actually done this as a class with adults as well as children, and what is amazing to me is when they become cognizant of the fact that they recite words verbatim and have absolutely no idea what they're reciting.
Yeah.
Until you make them look at the words and then they go, oh my. But you would just, like when I played it, because what we do is we play little snippets of the songs and they have to write down if they know the artist, and then they have to write down what they think the song is talking about. And so what happens is, as soon as the song comes on, they like, hey, and they dance and they singing the words, no hands, and I'm like,
Yeah, you know, with no hands.
No, I actually had that happen to me one time. There was a particular song that used to play on the radio all the time. I can't remember it.
Sure you can.
And I'm seriously trying to think. And I was like, oh, this song is really catchy, and I liked it. And then one day I heard the not so friendly radio version.
Was it Shake It Fast?
Was mortified. I was like,
Yeah, you know what? And that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. What we need people to understand is that the average young adult that's listening to this music is not listening to the radio edit.
No.
Oh yeah.
It is
I only know them because they're on the radio. But
it is hard to get a radio edit version from iTunes.
Ooh.
So when you're making the purchases, or when you're downloading this music, now if you go somewhere like Amazon, so like a lot of times if I want to buy an album and I want it to be edited, I go to Amazon. Amazon normally will have an edited they actually go in and edit the album and sell it. You can download it edited. Okay. Versus the explicit or album
version. And Amazon themselves do the editing?
Yeah.
Is it not even done by the labels anymore?
No. But wait a minute. Wow. But wait a minute. So when these albums go out to the stores, so let's say Target has the latest album coming out. They send out cases. Of those cases, there may be 10 to 20 copies that are clean.
Okay.
So you have hundreds of the regular versions, but you specifically have to go up to a person that works at Target or Walmart and say, are there any clean versions in the back?
That's funny because I thought at one point in time,
I didn't even know that they could sell the derogatory copies.
Oh no, yeah, they can.
That's all they sell.
That's all they sell. Wow. But I always
you have to specifically request, and because I have Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
I like the message in his music, even though it's rough.
Yeah,
but
it is
the rough that we need because it's eye-opening and awakening.
Absolutely.
And so I allow my kids to listen to it, but I couldn't play the regular version in the car.
Right.
Just not going to happen. So I got the clean versions of those songs so that we could actually have a discussion and dialogue on the content, because this guy talks about anything from God to Satan to the black on black crime.
Yeah.
To
he has a wild range.
And he, I mean, to pimp. I'm sorry. You could learn life listening to Pimp a Butterfly.
That is my favorite album.
You know, but
I agree.
I love that album.
But of course, there were only certain people that could gravitate towards that type of information.
Right.
So going back to the original thing, people have to understand that when they're listening to these songs, they're listening to it in its full content. So there's nothing being bleeped out. There's nothing being silenced. So every curse word, every intended derogatory statements, because they have to flip some of these radio edits so much that they don't even sound like the original song, like she was saying. And one of the greatest examples of that is if you're brave enough, Mystical's Shake It Fast.
Yes, I did that.
If you listen to the radio version and then listen to the album version, you would think that you're listening to a different song.
Two different songs.
Actually, anything Mystical did, radio version and unedited version, two totally different songs.
So, and so that even compounds on the fact that this is what they're taking in and day out.
So how do we counteract that?
Get all out of the music.
Well, no, because honestly,
because we can't fight the music.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to.
It
You're not going to be able to get them to stop. But what in our lessons and in our classes, what we try to do is make them cognizant of what they're taking in.
Okay.
So they're out of 15 young adults that we have in the class, at least, if not all of them, 13 are now. Oh, I got to start listening to what this stuff is saying because I didn't know it said that. And so here's the thing. You weren't paying attention to the lyrics, but you go to one of the neighborhood parties and you dance to one of the songs, and as a female you've just put a red dot on your head because the content of that song and the fact that you danced to it said that you're easy.
Yes.
Because if you respected yourself and if you loved yourself, or if you thought higher of yourself, why would you be dancing to that song? And that song is talking about A, B, and C.
I'll be honest with you.
Oh, here we go. Can we go to break? Break now. Just do it now. Do it now. Go to commercial.
I love this. As y'all see today, I'm chilling because this is beautiful. Strong J.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's a show though.
As I was saying, I have actually gone to a club and did my little protest, and it was like I was doing stand-ups.
Yeah.
Stand up, dance to one song, sit down, I dance to that. Stand up, dance to one song, sit down. And I was just like, this makes no sense.
Yeah. Yep.
It makes absolutely no sense, especially with the fact that music is what heals our people. Like, it is the only true outlet that our people have. You know, we don't go to the opera, we don't go to the theater, we don't go for long walks in the parks with our family and have picnics.
No, we bank on stuff.
You know, we have a cookout, we play some music,
not even
play some dominoes, and then they go clubbing.
Right.
That is the culture.
Yeah. Or let's say it's not a summertime do cookout. We listen to something, cleaning up. We play, if you know, for the ones that grew up with the mom playing the 70s, 80s, 90s music while she's cleaning up. That's all we grew up on. So when we start cleaning up, we go to that element. Because I caught myself many a days like, why am I rocking to this? I'm like, oh yeah, when I was growing up, she was playing this.
Well,
so
depending on what your home environment was like.
Right.
Depending on what mama was playing at home.
Absolutely.
Right, which also depends on how old mama is, because if mama's only 12 years older than you, then you and her bumping
so
the same
y'all
rocking
together to the same stuff.
Turn up.
You know,
just like the grandmother that was twerking with her grandbaby. Right. Don't get me started back on that.
Or the aunt and niece that go to the club together.
Or the mom and the daughter who go to the club together.
I was trying to
410-702-5657. We going to break. We'll be right back. Join us. Reclaiming Self. Caring and sharing.
Man, oh man. Thank y'all.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
The topic for today: movies and whether or not they have real life applications.
And as Stello said, I was talking to him last night in the kitchen about this topic, and one of the movies I brought up was In Time.
Oh my God, get out my head.
That was that was one of the movies that I brought up.
I'm trying to think of how to be relevant in this conversation.
Don't see, that's why we're friends, because I bring everybody into. So for those of you who haven't seen In Time, you need to, because it's a really thought-provoking movie, starring Justin Timberlake.
Boo.
That movie was awesome. Why are you saying boo?
Because it was whack with him. He just
What?
Whether it could have been him or
He just said it was
anybody else.
Who else could have possibly that was relevant enough that could keep you in that story without overselling it?
Now the thing is, it wasn't even about him. It was the movie itself.
It was the movie itself.
Check out Weird Radio every Tuesdays and Fridays from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You use Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back.
This is the sad part for me. I hate this part of the show because we gotta wrap everything up. We need a 4-hour show. Bottom line, maybe a 3.5, because we have so much content. But I want you to thank our guest DJ Droopy for coming out here, dropping jewels.
Thank you.
He will definitely be back.
Anytime.
Oh, we're gonna kidnap him because he will definitely be back. Shout out to his family. We salute y'all. We thank y'all. Anybody that knows DJ Droopy, we thank y'all for tuning in. But even if he's not on this station, still tune in because we have great shows.
Yep.
So definitely tune in. My beautiful Roze, the floor is yours.
Wow, this was a wonderful show today. I am saddened that we had Facebook malfunctions.
Yes.
But hey, it happens to the best of us.
Yes.
Right. But what I am very excited about is not what happened on the show, but what's going to happen after this show.
Absolutely.
Because, like I say on Instagram, don't talk about it, be about it. And I love it when I meet people who are about it like we are. So thank you, DJ.
My pleasure.
DJ saved my life.
A dramatic pause.
Yeah, right.
I had to get a drop done like that.
DJ Droopy.
Oh man,
for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
There's more to be said around the whole lyrical content. This goes really, really deep.
Yes.
And we have not even really scratched the surface on the truth of this and how the subliminal messages that have been thrown through our music for years. And, we can talk about this for days on end.
Right.
But what I will do is say this. Raise your consciousness just by being a little bit more conscious to what you're listening to.
That's all.
That's it.
That's all.
And I was one of those people, but the beat is good. Yeah, the beat is great.
That's
but
like
everything else is not working for you.
Yep.
And so real quick, because I know we have to close. There's a app on your phone. You can download
Shazam, yes.
And so if you hold it up to a speaker and let it listen, it'll tell you the name of the song, it'll tell you the artist, but it will also give you the lyrics.
Ooh, I didn't know that about that.
You can actually read the lyrics to the song. And so a lot of times, because you have to understand that a lot of these songs, specifically in trap music, are produced so that you don't hear the words clearly. But we'll come back.
I was wondering. We'll come into that because I was wondering what that mix thing. Yeah,
Shazam is one of the better apps where, especially if you have children and you want to know what they're listening to, you just hold it up to the speaker, press the button. It tells you the name of the artist, the title of the song, and it gives you the lyrics. Now, understand that the lyrics will not be edited.
Okay, y'all hear that?
Lyrics will be as they are.
It'll be the real
song,
lyrics.
So just brace yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find this absolutely fascinating. We're talking about the subliminal messages that are in the music in its forward movement.
Right.
Now, back in our day, not that I'm that old, but they talked about the subliminal messages in the backward movement.
Yes.
How you could actually take the
and turn it
vinyl
backwards.
and rewind the vinyl and
Yeah.
hear what the songs were saying from that aspect of a subliminal message. Now, it's straight... I don't give a F.
It's in there.
We gonna just put it in the song and you gonna love it.
It's ragu.
There's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about the lack of protectiveness in our community. Right? What are we encouraging and what are we not encouraging? What are we supporting? What are we not supporting?
Absolutely.
And how do we begin to come together to use what's available to us to send a different message? And with that, I would like to thank all of you, Love and Light, for joining us this week. Please stay tuned for next week. Check it out on YouTube if you weren't able to watch the whole show. This is Reclaiming Self with Rose Garden and Sekou and our guest DJ
Droopy.
And
real quick before we go, check out our page. I'm gonna get all the DJ Droopy information. I'm putting on the page. So you're looking for a DJ for a party, bar mitzvah, wedding, whatever. You can have all the information on our page. So we got y'all. Stay tuned next for Be Inspired Radio. We'll see y'all next week. We love y'all.
Take care.
Bye.